Just to start off, what do you see with the fighting spirit of this team that you guys are facing a 2-1 hole at half? Some changes at halftime, you come back and you get that late goal.
Yeah, I think after we look at the second half and we see just the mentality that we brought to the second half, we have to question ourselves, why can't we do that for 90 minutes, especially on the road? But with that being said, the last two road games, we've gotten 6 points, which is a huge step in the right direction. And even though we started a bit flat, for us to come back, especially in a tough place like New England, and get the 3 points is a huge mental boost for our team.
Yeah, and with that last goal, Gonzalo steps up, and he's a guy who's fought through his own ups and downs with this club. But just what do you think it means for him to get that moment which sends you guys out of here with 3 points out of a tough place?
I think that's why the emotions were so high, is because we know he's been battling the ups and downs of making that transition. And look, we believe in the guy, and we know that he's capable of changing the game. And what he was able to do tonight, for us at least, from what we've seen in practice, he should be able to do that each and every game he comes into. And then, of course, just for us to come to New England, who for the last few years has been very heated. They're a good team. They're well coached. And I have a lot of respect for those guys. But the respect sort of ends when the whistle starts. And I felt like we gave them too much respect in the first half. But to come out with the response that we did in the second half was huge.
When you kind of look back in the standings, I mean, it's basically a 6-pointer. Does it make it that much better for you guys?
I try not to look at the standings, but on the way to the stadium today, someone showed me the East, and I was thinking, wow, we need to get a result tonight. So for us to get 3 points and to keep them at bay, like you said, with the 6 points, is massive. And we know going to the second half that every single game is going to be a dogfight. And that's why we need to be able to do this for 90 minutes.
How much do you think it affected the game when you guys switched formations and really clogged up that midfield second?
I think two things helped us. Switching to 5 in the back and then putting Felipe on Lee. Lee's a very talented player. He's one of the most creative midfielders in this league. But to have someone man-mark him, I don't care who you are, it makes your life a little more difficult. And then, of course, we're limiting their service. They have some big boys that can get on the end of crosses. And by even making them think twice about getting the cross in, only help mitigate the risk or help mitigate their danger.
What do you think was key to kind of containing a guy in Diego Fagundes, who in the first half, frankly, was kind of slicing and dicing you guys up, and then in that second half, it seemed like he was kind of corralled and kept at bay?
Diego's an important player for this team, and he's had a great season. So we knew, especially with him not playing on the weekend, that he was going to come with a lot of energy, and he showed it in the first half. But in the second half, we were able to help neutralize, or at least neutralize, some of his ability. And even with that being said, it wasn't just him that was dangerous. You know, Lee Win, of course, is dangerous. Kai Kamar's a handful, and then Teal. Teal was killing us on the weak side, but the guys really stepped it up, especially in the second half, and we were able to find ways to neutralize not only Diego, but the other guys as well.
Thanks, Luke.
Thank you.
No problem, guys. See ya.